Yeah, I'm so glad that y'all recommended this class. It didn't even pass through my mind, even though I'm just a huge fan of fashion illustration as its own art form, and of costume design and making. I live in New Orleans, so I actually make costumes for Mardi Gras. And there's like, it's actually become the decor of my house as well. There's like bits of feather costumes everywhere that have become the wall art, and mannequins everywhere with pieces of costume on them. I had built in my house a custom floor to ceiling closet with a ladder. So I do believe that clothes are art, and that the design of clothes is a very special art form in itself. We looked at tons of stuff, and I'll be sending out the names of those designers and illustrators so the girls can access it at any time. But yeah, this was such a blast, and everything that was produced here, I would die to wear. It's so great. And we ended up making this an open enrollment class because the art was so great here. The passion was so exquisite that we realized, yeah, I think a ton of kids would like to take this class. So if any of the girls decide they want to do it again, they could always sign up for that class next week. This is definitely a class where you could repeat and you could come up with a whole new collection, because that's sort of what we were aiming for here. We looked at tons of resources, and then the girls kind of picked a area of interest, an overarching theme to create a collection around. So very comprehensive concepts from each girl, and super individualistic. I think there's so much self-expression here. So let's get into it and look at the work. First, we're going to hear from one of the chief inspirations of this entire class concept, Dulce.
Okay. For me, I like colors, and I thought all my outfits could have funky colors and that you could really see them. And for this one, I used a bright neon, kind of like neon green, because it really pops in her outfit. And I thought the blue went good with it. And and um and it starts from the shirt and goes all around her body until the end. And that shows like dramatic, um it's kind of like avant-garde. And since I love sleeves, I decided to do the sleeves also as that, but the opposite color, blue. And yeah. For that one, I really like sleeves, so those are my favorite kind of sleeves. So I decided to do that kind of sleeve in my outfit. And for the neckline, my new kitten has on the same neckline. So the neckline is inspired by my cat. And there's no shirt underneath it, so it shows kind of like it just shows like it's sexy. Yeah. And the dark how do you say the color?
The dark gray or this color? Yeah, dark gray, charcoal.
Yeah, dark gray. I I thought this one good with the gold, and yeah. For that one, I really like tuxedos. So and my favorite color is yellow. So I decided to do that as a top. And the skirt is is like dramatic because it's 2 layers. And yeah, and it reminds me of like the Sweden flag. And I've gone there, and this look is also inspired because in Sweden, when I went to the clothes stores, for example, when I went to Adidas, it was totally different than what we see in our Adidas in the United States, because in the United States, it's more sporty because that's what it's supposed to be. But in Sweden, it was more funkier. Like for example, the sweatpants had ruffles around them. And yeah, it was, yeah. So it's inspired by Sweden. I wanted to make this more like casual. The skirt is yellow, but also has like a open part in the skirt, so it shows more dramatic and how she wants to embrace herself. And I did a side tuxedo, and I added buttons also, since I just think they look cute in any outfit. And yeah. For that one, I really like flowers, and they're easy to make. And it just shows that her delicate side, and yeah. And I just thought it looked cool how it was like all around her dress. Like when you see it for the first time with your eyes, it just at least looks cute or amazing. And the purple, I like the color. And this outfit is also for a woman who wants to go to a fancy party and just relax with her friends. Yeah. For that one, I started for this outfit's for a woman who wants to go to a dance party. And yeah, and the bow is big. And I just like it because it's dramatic. And it shows her fun side. The designs in the pants, it's just funky, and it just went well with the whole outfit.
Big hand for Dose. In a word, this work is wearable. This is so realistic to me, and I think you knew exactly what you wanted to do on day one, and you carried through so wonderfully. Dressed down elegance, like relaxed glamour. I love so much more than anything that you're not just envisioning the clothes, you're envisioning the person wearing them and what it says about them. This is the one who's like, wants to dance and show the expressive side. This is the woman who wants to go to this nice dinner. I'm gonna wear this someday whenever I get to go to a tango club again. Who knows when that is? But to me, I see a high degree of taste and class already. And I love your penchant for asymmetrics. I think that is so subtle, but so powerful, so strong. And you're really high contrast with colors. It's extremely well edited. It shows a very, very smart and nimble design mind. Excellent work. And I love that you're really exploring very different cuts, very different, so this is more like almost athleisure to me. It seems very active, whereas this is more, a little bit more like autumny. This is what I would wear if I was teaching in a classroom. And more like going out and into different atmospheres of nightlife. So yeah, it seems like you really pushed to create outfits for every type of woman at any time of day and in any environment, but still they work together so well as a cohesive collection. So incredible job. So great. And thank you so much for inspiring this whole class, Dulce. I'm so grateful that we got to do this together. This was so much fun.
Thank you. Thank you to you. Yeah.
And now we're going to hear from Genesis.
This one was supposed to be like a casual outfit, and at the same time, like kind of like fun because her pants have smiley faces on them, and her belt is like a cow print, and her shirt is like a top on top of a shirt, like a normal shirt, And yeah, this one was just supposed to be like a casual outfit. This one was like kind of like a more fancier one, where she's wearing like a sweater on top of a shirt and like a uniform type of skirt, and she's also wearing a purse and a bucket hat. This one was supposed to be more like crazier, like her socks and her skirt, and like she has a belt with like chains on them. And I also really like Hello Kitty, so I made her a shirt of it, and her hair is pink and black. This one was inspired by a dress that Maya showed me that had like a purple cuff print on it, and I made it for her too. And I also really like cuff print, so that's why.
Yay, big hand for Genesis. This is the perfect fashion summation of the styles you've been working with all summer, sort of carefree, positive, like 60s revival. I really, really see that here. And this is like my ideal casual style, all of this. I wish I could wear all of these outfits. A little bit preppy, a little bit pretty with a dash of punk. It's so great. And I can see that you really took to posing. It kind of looks like maybe you were referencing some of those model sheets that I had sent out. And then you thought so deeply about style. There's makeup here, hairstyle, accessorizing of jewelry, of pantyhose and socks, shoes, purses. And it shows that you really have a great understanding of all of the different elements that compose a style. So thinking about this one in specific, you went a little bit punk here. So you brought in makeup that works, hair that works. The fact that a lot of punk style actually takes over imagery such as like Sanrio's Hello Kitty and tries to bring an edge to those cute icons. And even the poses match so perfectly with the overall attitude and tone of the particular outfit. Incredible. So smart. So well imagined. This is really fantastic work. Thank you so much, Genesis. You totally nailed it.
Thank you.
Now we'll hear from Layla.
All right, so mine is kind of dragon inspired. So this one is like more of the ocean type thing. The top is like if you've like seen a picture of like a sea wing from like Wings of Fire, they kind of have scales like that. And the skirt has like a coral type of wraparound. The sleeves and like the cape that's attached to the skirt is like flowy to resemble like the ocean and how it moves kind of. And then the cape that comes out of the back is like kind of like a lionfish that has like the fins that come out of the back. This one is an air dragon, and so if you think of air, you kind of start to think of feathers, and a lot of air dragons also have like feathers. So I used light blue, light pink, and there's a little bit of white in there. And there are like feathers on the back to resemble wings. This one is fire inspired. And so it has like a black color to it, and then it has like fire on the bottom of it. This one is earth. It's more of like a planty vibe. It's like the pink shorts and like plants that like go around and then go to her waist, and then there are flowers at the top of it and vines that are at the back of the shorts.
Big hand for Layla. I was so excited to meet you, get to know you, spend this time together. But what was just crazy is I've been teaching these dragon drawing classes all summer, and I had never heard of Wings of Fire before until the first day of the first week of the first dragon class. And every single kid, 6 kids in that class, had read it and was wildly passionate about it. And now every week I have kids who have like their whole YouTube channel is devoted just to drawing Wings of Fire characters. They've got every single volume, like 13 or 14 or whatever it is. So then to come into this class and to have someone give me a visual of that for the first time, and now to work it into fashion was so exciting. And you absolutely nailed it. I was screaming over these drawings. These are carnivalesque. This could be at the balls in the Canary Islands. This could be in Brazil on the floats. This could be in New Orleans at the big extravagant bonanzas that happen during Mardi Gras. This could be on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race. There's so much drama, so much showmanship, so much elegance, but also revelry and subversion of the normal. This is just madness. It is so striking. I wish I could wear every single one of these. These are just incredible. Thank you so much for bringing this element into this class. I'm so glad that we got to be struck by something so just bright and phenomenal. Just when I think of it, I think main stage. You totally nailed it. Thank you so much, Layla. And now we'll hear from Lexi.
My clothing line was like animal inspired. So this was a hammerhead shark, and I think with this one, it's gender neutral except for like the top. So it's an oversized blazer and pants with big square shoulder pads that represent the head. They kind of look like wings, but and then there's pearls that kind of go with like the coral because it's in the ocean. And then I have like a corset top because I think it's like a good top to wear under like a blazer suit. Yeah, that's it for this one. This one was a cow, and it's kind of like 2000s inspired, I guess, because like the low-rise jeans that have cow print, and then they have like a colorful purple belt because I think like it's floral and it goes with like the colors. And then the tank top is green and blue to like represent the pasture and the sky because I kind of like incorporating the surroundings of the animal into the outfit. I think it just goes well with the colors. So, yeah. This one's my raccoon one, and it's a black and gray striped fluffy skirt. And then the top is a geometric, colorful shirt because like to like represent the trash because I guess they're all like trash pandas. And it's like a jumble of colors because I was thinking about like having different reusable things on the shirt. So like it goes well with the raccoon animal. Yeah, that's it for that one. This one is one of my more exotic outfits. It's the animal is a peacock, and the whole skirt part is very fluffy, and it's made of like peacock feathers. And then the top is a sleeveless top that's just white with pearls, and then it has like a bit of fabric on the shoulders, and then on the sides there's like a tutu material probably, just to give it some texture and volume. And then the neck has peacock feathers too, so it's like a little bit contrasting. So one peacock feather goes up and then the other ones go down. This one's more like a ball gown and like a costume party ball gown. So yeah, that's it. This one is my zebra, and it's kind of like for the beach. I can't really do zebra that well, but I tried. And then it's a halter top dress with the halter top is green and the sides are green. And then there's like white and black beads going down like the person's legs. And then there is like a white silk hairband for like an accessory. Yeah, that's kind of like it. This is the sheep inspired outfit, and it's like an oversized bomber jacket made with like sheep's wool. And then there's a maxi skirt. I was gonna color the maxi skirt like a light green, but I decided to do the tank top green instead. So the skirt is more like a pastel flowery colors, and then the tank top is green for like the pasture, and then the flowers for like the flowers in the pasture. Cause like, yeah, that's it. This one's a deer, and it's kind of more earthy. So there's like a green skirt, and then sort of like a wilderness deer color. It's too light, I think, for deer, but that was the closest I had. So it's a halter top with like accent leaves at the bottom and on the sides to give it some more pizzazz. And then there's a blue hair ribbon again for like the sky. And this one has more habitat in it because I feel like it's just like the woods. So yeah, that's it. This one was my first design, and it's a jellyfish. So there's really long sleeves. They're like kind of Japanese inspired, and then it's a very flowy dress, and it's all like one pink color, but there is some like sequins on the top just to give it some more texture, and yeah, just texture. And there's big shoulder pads for like the jellyfish head, and then at the bottom there's like cut strips of fabric for like the tentacles things. Yeah, I like shoulder pads a lot because they give it some more volume, and I think this makes an outfit. This one I didn't really incorporate the habitat because I thought like the jellyfish would be good on its own because it's really flowy. And yes, that's it for my presentation.
Big hand for Lexi. Yeah, Lexi, you really shone in this class. You were the Energizer Bunny of the runway, just like boom, 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 boom. Give me an animal. Cool, on it. Knocking them out like wild. And I just love the approach you took to rendering these animals because it's not literal. It's not, oh, here's a jumpsuit with a raccoon tail and ears. It's like dancing around the idea of that animal and touching on aspects of their anatomy that are really notable to us. It's like you took the thing that we know best, and then for the rest of it, you filled it in with fashion. You took the raccoon tail, but left everything else behind and filled it in with pattern and cut and shape. Beautiful. This to me really screams Paris Fashion Week. There is a lot of grace here. There's a lot of taste here. There's a lot of what I like to think of as like impractical fashion. And that's what high fashion is. A lot of the time it's taking fashion as art and it takes it beyond the wearable so that it's more about concept, truly. And it's about, like I said, dancing around the idea of something. It's not necessarily like, oh, we're gonna stock gap with this raccoon tail skirt. It's like, here is my high fashion piece. It's walking down the runway. It's gonna be admired by rows upon rows of people, and then it's gonna be beamed out into the world to be admired in fashion magazines and by students all around the world. Incredible job. So exciting. I love what you said about this also being partway like gender neutral. And this to me is the best indicator of what I said about concept, where you've got the hammerhead shark is only really referenced in this impractical shoulder line. It's so brilliant. It's so fashion. It's so fun. You totally nailed it. And I was so excited to see you just beaming with energy this whole week. So thank you so much, Lexi. And now we'll go to Lila.
Okay, so a bunch of my work is gender neutral, and all of this, all of my designs are based on Disney princesses and their villains. So this one is Tiana, or Princess and the Frog. So the top is like a cropped suit which has like sequins, and the sleeves are tulle, and then the hat is Papa Legba's hat, and then the skirt is made of beads, and then it has like feathers draped around it. This one is Rapunzel, which has a yellow boa that lights up to represent Rapunzel's hair. And then there's like a navy blue fluffy jacket to represent Mother Gothel's hair. And then the green halter top, it's like made of beads, and it has like geometrical shapes of different colors of greens or different shades of green to represent Pascal, the little chameleon dude. And then this purple skirt, which is made of sequins, is to represent Rapunzel's dress. And then this one is Jasmine. And so the top is a short sleeve fishnet shirt which has a red collar, and then at the back of it it has like kind of like a like many different colors of tulle, like red and like red, gray, and black to represent Jafar's cape. And then it has the snake staff, and then the hat is to represent Jafar's hat, and then at the top there's rainbow feathers to represent the parrot. And then the pants are based on the parrots are based on Jasmine's pants. This one is Snow White, and the crown and the collar and the little jewel on the dress is to represent the evil queen. And then the sleeves I kind of got inspired by Snow White sleeves. And then this one is also more of like a gown, prom dress, I guess you could say. And then the skirt is also tulle, and the top is a V-neck, a low V-neck. This one is Beauty and the Beast. So the horns is to represent the beast's horns, and then there's the romper is a low V-neck, which is made of sequins and beads that are yellow. And then on the shoulder, one of the shoulders, there's a huge rose to represent the rose in Beauty and the Beast. And then there's a train that's kind of like a train that has feathers, brown feathers to represent the beast's fur. And this one is the Little Mermaid. So the sleeves is to represent the hair, and then like the purple part is to represent like her shell bra, I guess. And then the green part is like made of like sequins to represent the tail, obviously. And then at the very bottom is Ursula's tentacles. And then I also did Dingle Hopper.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And then there's Sleeping Beauty. This is one of my favorites. So the sleeves and the horns and the staff is to represent Maleficent. And the sleeves are kind of based on her cape, which is like black and purple. And like the ruffles at the top of the dress is to represent Sleeping Beauty's hair, or Aurora's hair, or what you want to call her. And then the dress is just based on Aurora's dress. And then this one is Brave. It's probably one of my favorites too. So the villain in this one is a bear. So I did bear ears, and then the sleeves are the teeth. And then there's like a silk dress, like not silk. It's like a navy blue silk dress. And then there's fishnet stockings, and then around it, around the dress, there's orange feathers draped around it to represent Merida's hair, or Brave's hair.
Big hand for Lila. Yeah, this is perfect representational fashion. Bringing in, again, like iconic elements of certain characters, but then applying them to existing cuts that we know well, existing methods of like, here's draping shoulders, so let's bring in this element of the dragon. Okay, I know that the mermaid silhouette exists, so how about let's apply it to the Little Mermaid? And the concept of the hero and the villain combined together and represented in one costume is absolutely inspired. It's the dichotomy of good and evil, but it's also, in many of these cases, like you sort of touched on at the beginning of your talk, it's the duality of a male and female character too. A lot of times the princess's big bad is a male wizard or barbarian or bear, something like that. So I just love that incredible combination. And there's something so Mardi Gras about this. And I know you love New Orleans, and I feel like New Orleans has seeped into you, because we've seen in this class a lot of work that is also very carnival-esque, but something about this like really seems to focus in on New Orleans Carnival in particular, because it is big, it is bold, it does have elements of burlesque, but it's also wearable. It's something that you can walk in the streets in, you can walk a parade in, you can dance in, you can stand in a float while wearing all of these outfits. Really brilliant work. I just am so mad for it. And something like this, I love the boa for the hair. That's so brilliant to me. That's such an excellent symbol. You took something in fashion that exists and really creatively applied her unique feature to it. And this to me sort of feels like it was handled in the same way as that Christian Cohen Powerpuff Girls show that we looked at, where it's under the umbrella of Powerpuff Girls, but if you just looked at it without that attached to it, you think, okay, yeah, it's a cute pink dress with enormous pink feathery sleeves. But then he says, hold on, this is Blossom. So yeah, just really excellent, amazing handling, beautiful work. I want to have a big round of applause for all of our amazing designers, fashion designers. What I think was so incredibly exciting and surprising about this was that they have incredible fashion literacy of different types of cut, like romper or, you know, asymmetrical sleeve, bell sleeve, atomic mini, and then they have an amazing lexicon already of fabrics. You heard Lila specifically in her last talks being like, this is tulle, this is satin, this is feathers. They know prints like cow print, they know sequins, they can bring in things in this really creative, representational, non-literal way. Stunning, inspiring, exciting, and I think we really spanned the entire spectrum of like wearable, something you can wear to the office, you can wear out, something that every single one of us probably has in our closet or could feel comfortable wearing. And then wearable art, where it's a little bit more celebratory and it's a little bit more out there, and maybe you'd only wear it on Fat Tuesday. And then something that's simply art, and that it lives on the runway and it lives on the stage. So just incredible expression from all of them. And I feel like they made, between them, an outfit for every person, for every holiday, for every day of the year, for every show. I'm so thrilled with this work. And also, I'm really grateful that they let me be a huge dork in this class. I'm a dork in every class, but this was more than all of the others. I had so much stuff that I wanted to share with them, and they received it so warmly and well, and brought a lot of it into their work. And also, every time they talked about something, I was like, oh, wait, I have that. Like, let me go bring it. Like, oh, here's flame sequins. Oh, here's like pink and green split tulle. Oh, here's like a full body sequin thing. Oh, here's 3 different pairs of giant feather wings. So thanks for dealing with me constantly climbing up ladders to bring down something that related to something you drew. This was so much fun. I'm so grateful we got to do this. Do any parents want to comment on some of the amazing fashion designs that they saw today?
I love the imagination, and like, and I will say, like, this is the class that I will say that brought Lexi the most to life. She was the most, I'm sorry to embarrass you, but it's the only one that she would really talk to. Like, she was excited to show us what she was doing. So thank you for giving her that space to express herself in art in a slightly different way.
Yeah, to that point, I think, at least to my eye, this seemed like the class that for everyone, they had that same experience where it was the one that like most moved them. But definitely Lexi was the one who really stood out to me. Like, you saw she did so much work. She ran away with it. She was standing on Lila's roof, like drawing and shouting out how excited she was. Yeah, the enthusiasm was amazing. Do we have any other parent comments?
Well, I just love how different everybody's work was, how everybody had such an expression of themselves. And I love how this is a platform where everyone can just really go with what inspires them. So, and I'm thinking we'll all get together on an email, but I feel like this could be easily a class that we repeat, because everybody could just do a whole other type of inspiration and bring it to life in their drawings.
Yes, I would love to do that. I was thinking that too, that this is a class that could easily be done again. And I know they have some other friends too, like I've met Lucia. I don't know if she's interested in it, but they could do a whole new collection, challenge themselves again. And I know there was a few girls in this class that were interested in trying also to make some of these things for real and cut up some stuff from Goodwill and stuff. So that could be brought into it if we did it again and had a bit more time. Yeah, that would be great. And something I really wanted to try also was, a lot of the stuff we looked at wasn't just the drawing of the outfit as a concept, but it was really art itself. And I'll send that to y'all so you can see. But it'd be cool next time maybe if we could bring in some pastels or like some paint or something and really lean into the artistry of it too.
Very cool.
Any other comments?
Yeah, I just Dulce love the class. Like I said at the beginning, I mean, we've watched a lot of Project Runway during quarantine, and this is like an opportunity to sort of use some of those concepts. And I would love, like Becky said, if they could do it again, I think that would be awesome. Thank you, and your enthusiasm and really understanding each girl is just amazing. Like you are able to convey in words what I'm thinking, but wouldn't be able to say about these things. It's really cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like the luckiest person in the world that I get to know girls like these and spend time with them, and week after week get to know them as artists and see them blossom and see that, like, be able to tell, oh, this really ignited something in them this week, because I've seen them work in so many different mediums and different mindsets before. So I feel like every time we work together, I get to know them better, and then I get to teach them better by telling, okay, she's really into this one, or okay, like, let's draw that string and unravel that thread that she's working on right there. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone, for this stupendous week. I think all of us really enjoyed seeing the work, making the work, learning about it, sharing things. Let's definitely get on an email chain about maybe doing this again. And if anyone does feel inspired to do more drawings this weekend, I know I heard that like Lila was working on stuff last night, and I know she's planning on making some stuff handmade. Definitely keep in touch and send me pictures of that too. I always want to see what they're making. I want to keep working together, but also just keep in step with their individual journeys as artists, makers, and designers. Nothing could be better than seeing all that. And someday we'll all go out again and we'll all wear these outfits. Someday when fashion is really a thing again and it's not just our pajamas. So cool. I'll be in touch with y'all. I hope everyone has a beautiful weekend, and I cannot wait to see you guys again soon, hopefully.
Thank you so much, Maya. You've been awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.